Oh, that's right. So a couple of things. We got to do that Crash the Titans, and we have a puzzle gauntlet to do. But look at the timer on it. 5 days, 19 hours. I hate to say it, guys, but I have very little time today. Very little. Here's the deal. I am going to be out of town for a few days coming up here, starting way early tomorrow morning. I won't be able to get to this right now because I have plenty of things to do, as a parent, as an actual individual. I have other things going on in life. So I'm going to do at least one little simple little thing, the Crash the Titans for the day. Puzzle Gauntlet, I will get back to Tuesday evening, maybe afternoonish. Really depends on when I touch down, when I get back home, when I get relaxed and set in. But Tuesday at some point, I will run the Puzzle Gauntlet, at least the first 5 nodes, if not all 10. The Puzzle Gauntlet is going to be around until Wednesday. So if I don't get it all in on Tuesday, at least I can split up 5 and 5. 5 on Tuesday, 5 on Wednesday. But let's see what happens first, okay? I'm sorry I won't be getting to that now. I usually like to knock it out sooner. But we can do this, and we should. Because honestly, it's a free legendary token, and it's quicker. And why would you short yourself a legendary token? Who are we going up against? Ooh, 4-star Captain Marvel. Let's give her the due respect she deserves. When she came out, she was easily one of the best 4 stars they made at the time. They stunted her on this one. Only 1 black and only 1 green, but 5 in yellow. It's kind of a weird division there. It's like they really didn't want her to be too strong for you to fight her. Her black is, I want to say every color for her is almost signature. You could play around and have an idea for almost every color that she works with. First off, her black only costs like 8, and it puts out a 5-turn countdown, which is fortified if you put it at level 5. And it creates a pretty strong strike tile every turn that it's out there. And when it finally counts down to 0, it also lets off a big nuke. It's just a lot of damage in one hit, especially for a 4-star character with an only 8 AP cost. It's really sizable. Her yellow goes with it. It only costs 5 yellow to do it, and it takes any one chosen countdown on the board and reduces it down to 0 instantly. That's really good. You can see how those two things go together. Of course, you're foregoing all the strike tiles it would create between in each turn. But, if you just want to get rid of someone annoying, there's your option. Finally, there's her green, which doesn't really match the other two, but it's a beast of a power in its own right. It basically states if the enemy team makes a match in their strongest power, their strongest color, that is, you get, at level 5, you get 4 AP in your strongest color. Any lower, like 3 and 4, you get only 3 AP in your color anyways. But if those colors are the same, let's say your strongest color is black and so is the enemy's, then not only do you make the extra AP, but you also do damage to the entire opposing team, just passively. Speaking of passive, her yellow also has another passive ability on it that I probably should have made more mention of. Anytime a countdown reaches 0, and we're talking level 5 on the yellow here. Anytime her countdown reaches 0, she strengthens up to 3 tiles by a lot. Like, we're talking like Kitty Pryde strengthening. Okay? So it's like, I want to say like 350 or something where I'm at, 370. I forget the exact level, but it's a lot per tile that's strengthened, to the point where you can make an entire set of builds, combinations regarding her yellow alone. If you're playing in a 3-star, 4-star game, when she came out, she was on everybody's team. She was definitely a beast. She was worth having and building up. And let's say you're playing in a 3-star, 4-star game right now. You don't have any 5 stars to really mess around with that leveled that well. May I suggest 4-star Marvel, 4-star Rocket, and 3-star Hulk. And, just let Hulk take all the hits. Try to make it so Hulk's in front, make him take all the hits, let his anger proxy, make sure his anger is at level 5, and make sure Dakin's purple is at level 5. I'm guarantee you'll have a lot of fun. Worked really well before the current meta of 5-stars showed up, but it's a 4-star and 3-star team that actually held its own for quite some time, as long as you have Hulk tanking. I'd go into more depth in it, but we're not here for that. Let's see who we're going to fight Captain Marvel with. The Punisher. Only in Marvel Puzzle Quest, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, Captain Marvel is a god amongst heroes. Like, she's really super strong. And I'm not talking Marvel Puzzle Quest wise. That's not fair. I'm talking just in the Marvel spectrum. She's pretty darn strong. And then Punisher's just a really good soldier. Hey, 1 second, everybody. I'll be right back. Everybody. Oh boy. I really apologize for that. My 6-year-old is doing homework on a laptop and couldn't hear things, so I had to fix out the audio a little bit. Funny, I guess we had audio problems on both sides. Anyways, Punisher. Like I was saying, really good soldier. You know, no one's going to take any credit away from Punisher for what he does, right? But it's funny to put him against Captain Marvel. Very unfair. Anyways, Punisher, his set of abilities, a little lackluster. We're kind of behind the 8 ball, so to speak. His blue increases strike tile strength, friendly to strike tile strength, just passively. They're always just stronger, period. 25% stronger at level 5. I mean, is it really worth it? I wouldn't say so. Let's say you have one of these 3 strength 206 black strike tiles out there, right? So 25% of that is like about 50, okay? So now it's 3 250 strength tiles out there. Is that really worth putting all your points into? I think you better spend them over here. This is the reason I have it at 3. Merciless Charge is kind of weird and neat at the same time. Stuns allies for 2 turns. So keep that in mind. Deals some damage to the enemy team, plus some more damage, much more damage, honestly, for every downed enemy. In other words, it's really good when you've only downed 1 enemy. Do the math, you know. If you've downed no enemies, you get 3,698 damage across the board, period. Okay? Let's say you've downed 1 enemy. So now you're dealing basically 5,000 plus that 3,600. You know, it's like, let's say, what? 8,500. We're just going to round. 8,500 damage to the enemy team. That's pretty good for a 4-star ability for 10 green. Not bad. And if you've downed 2 enemies, you're hitting 1 guy for a lot more damage, but it's just 1 enemy. It really comes down to the amount of damage you're doing in 1 fell swoop. So I think you get most bang for your buck if you've downed 1 enemy and you're hitting 2 people with it. But of course, I mean, obviously if there's only 1 enemy left, you're still going to use this, right? Anyways, I long-winded, I know. But that green, that 2 turn stun to your allies is for a reason. Punish. So you deal damage plus extra damage for every strike tile on the board. It's pretty good. There's no cap on that either. There's no like, so if you have strike tiles everywhere, you know, I don't know, let's put them with Polaris for a minute. Thinking about that? You can fit up to 64 strikes on a board. You do know that, right? Anyways, there's no cap on this. This could be a ton of damage. But if all allies are stunned or down, this power becomes Army of 1. What does that do? It costs only 7 now, so it's cheaper. Creates more strike tiles, then deals damage plus damage for every friendly strike tile on the board. It's actually better. It's cheaper, it's more efficient. It's really the signature move for him in MPQ. It does a lot for what it asks. It's 3 AP cheaper than this, and it's more efficient, does more strikes, more damage all around. It's good. It's just a shame it requires your allies being stunned. Remember, notice that it says stunned or downed. That does not include airborne. You can't be sending your allies airborne thinking you're going to get that, okay? I've tried. So anyways, it's good to like make use of abilities where your allies could use stun for a reason, like 5-star Black Panther, right? When he comes back from being stunned, he comes back with a big ol' hit. You know, if you're going to do it, try to make use of it. It's not an easy thing to do, though, unfortunately. So, without further ado, let's go in and try to do the impossible. I say that because, I mean, it's Captain Marvel. She's not a pushover. But we turn on the animations. It's a one-on-one fight. Let's get to it. Wow, all my favorite colors are here. We got our greens, our blacks, and a blue match. Do I take that green match 4? I'm guessing I have to. Of course, she gets a little bit of a cascade, but it's okay. We'll take this cascade right here. Oh boy. See, our powers are our strong colors are the same. Her strong one is black at 85 strength, and mine is black at 118. So I'm basically not allowed to match black unless I just want to get smacked upside the head. And I do. See, unfortunately, he has no allies. So all of his allies aren't downed or stunned. And this is still just punish. Isn't that silly? I think it is. Yeah. This is not looking good for us. Now, I want you to notice that out of everything I'm doing, how do I say this? I'm doing this kind of naked. He has no support on. And if I lose this fight, let me show you exactly how you can stop this entire situation with one easy step. Even if you're in the same exact situation as me, there's one way you could change this entire outcome. And I could have done it before the match even started. Yes, I do want to fire this off, by the way, but I'll get more damage out of it if I get some strikes on the board. So I'm trying to get some strikes first. I don't know if I'm going to get them. I wanted that, but oh well. So I'm going to hit him with this. Merciless Charge. Yeah, yep. So, up down to 7,145. Is this enough? Ah, it's close. 6,400. I wonder. Can we squeak this out? We might be able to. Those strikes are getting strong, though. It's building up strength. I don't like it. See, this thing's going to go off and do... Oh. It's only going to do 2,900. Oh, that's right. She only got one cover in it. That's actually very nice of the computer to do. We should be dead by all rights. Anything else I could do with this before I end the turn? I'm trying to make sure this doesn't really do all the damage that he's promising. Or she's promising. They're promising. Person. Yeah, I guess we'll try it. I like how Punish is just standing there with the gun out, just unloading it. Okay, this is gonna hurt. A little bit. And then she strengthens those tiles. Now it's 2,000 damage right there. Thankfully, you know, all I need is a little bit extra. Let's do the animation, just so you guys can see it. And done. It's very nice then to put that black power at only 1 strength and her green only at 1. She could have killed us so many times over with all those blacks I matched. Now, let's say you have the same problem I did, where I'm making matches and I was getting punished for it over and over again. Put a support on him. Any support to make his green or his blue stronger than his black. Make your strongest color different than black. If you do that, then her green wouldn't trigger all the time and smack you back like that. It would would have been a lot easier way of go about things. But anyways, that's it. That was the Punishers, Crash the Titans. Thank you for dealing with my pauses and the sound check from earlier. Thankfully, I think I've learned something out of that. Like I said, we will be back on Tuesday to start up the puzzle gauntlet, if not finish it all in one fell swoop. Thank you for your patience. And that will just about do it. Thanks again. And oh yeah, I guess if there is a poll for Moon Knight, I'm gonna have to save it for Tuesday because he's not in here yet, and he's gonna show up sometime soon. So if he shows up, I will save my tokens and whatnot, and I'll pull on Tuesday as well. Okay? Thanks again. Catch you next time. Later.